Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll show you how to connect Contact Form 7 with the Mailchimp email marketing tool. After watching this video, you will be able to integrate any type of Contact Form 7 with Mailchimp like a subscription form, a contact form, and so on. This tutorial may be longer than expected, but I'm confident that you won't need to watch another video for Contact Form 7 Mailchimp integration after watching this one. Now, without further ado, let's get started. In order to connect Contact Form 7 with Mailchimp in WordPress, you should also install the free Contact Form 7 extension for Mailchimp in addition to the Contact Form 7. Before creating this tutorial, I tested several popular plugins, but the Contact Form 7 extension for the Mailchimp plugin stands out in terms of speed, features, and customization among all tested plugins. For the time being, I have already installed all of the required plugins, so let's move on. Once you will install the required plugins, then log into your Mailchimp account. Once you will successfully logged into your Mailchimp account, then you will see a vertical nav bar on the left side, from which you can create campaigns, manage audiences, and so on. For the time being, we will only look at necessary tabs such as the audience and search tabs. If you want me to create a complete video on Mailchimp tutorial for beginners to advanced users, please let me know in the comment down below. In order to connect or integrate Contact Form 7 with Mailchimp, you will be required to create an audience followed by the creation of an API key. Now, what exactly is audience? The Mailchimp audience is nothing but a mailing list. In order to create a campaign for the purpose of email marketing, you will need an audience or mailing list. If you sign up for the first time and then click on the audience dashboard in the audience menu, you will see this kind of interface. If you want to add contacts to your audience manually, you can do so using this link. Now click on the All Contacts tab. Now, if you are signing up for the first time or have not added any contacts to your audience, then you will get only one contact added to your audience by default. Here, you'll see a few more options, but I'll explain what's important for this Contact Form 7 Mailchimp integration tutorial. In this drop-down, you will see two options. The first option allows you to add contacts one by one, just like this. As you can see, our contact has been added successfully. The second option allows you to add a large number of contacts at once. In the setting drop-down, we will see two important settings. The first is audience name and campaign defaults, which allows you to change the default audience name and settings. From here, you can change the audience name. This form settings section is not important for us because we are not going to use a native Mailchimp contact form. Instead, we will use Contact Form 7 to collect subscribers' emails, which is why we are integrating Contact Form 7 with our Mailchimp account. Here, you'll see the campaign default setting, which is again irrelevant to us because we are not going to create any campaigns. Once you have collected the emails, you can easily create a campaign using those emails. At the bottom, you will get a setting called New Subscriber Notifications. In this field, you can enter the email address to which you want to receive notifications for each subscription. And in this field, you can also enter an email address to receive notifications for every single unsubscribe. I strongly advise you not to use these two fields, otherwise, your email inbox will be flooded with notification messages. Instead, you can enter your email address in this field to receive a daily summary of subscribe and unsubscribe activity in a single email message at the end of the day. Finally, save the changes. From the second important setting under the setting drop-down, you can add a new audience field, and you can also edit the merge tags. Here by default, you make it only an email field. You can add a new field using this button. Once you will click on the same button, more options for selecting field type will appear. For example, if you are adding a name field, then you need to select the text option. Now, in this field, enter the placeholder text. Next, if you check this checkbox and use the native Mailchimp contact form, then the sender will not be able to send a message without filling the name field. Next, if you uncheck this checkbox, then this field will be hidden in your native Mailchimp contact forms. Now, this is the merge tag. The merge tag is nothing but a unique text-based identifier that will fetch and display the subscriber's data, such as the name in the email message at the receiver end, when you send an email using the Mailchimp service. Let's look at it more precisely. Let's say you want to send an automated welcome email to a new subscriber. Your Mailchimp email content will be something like, "Hi, asterisk and pipe," followed by name, followed by pipe and asterisk. "Thanks for subscribing to our newsletter." Let's assume the name of your new subscriber is John Doe. When John Doe receives the same email in his inbox, the message content will be something like, "Hi John, thanks for subscribing to our newsletter." Now, what if a contact has an empty name field? In order to solve this problem, Mailchimp has given us this field to add a default value for the specific tag. In our case, if our subscriber's name is unknown, and we add a default value such as friend to this field, then the email content in the subscriber's email will get displayed something like, "Hi friend, thanks for subscribing to our newsletter." Finally, save the changes. Now, we have understood two fields in the settings section that are important in the process of integrating Contact Form 7 with Mailchimp. Let's see how we can delete or create an audience. To delete an existing audience or create a new one, you must have more than one contact in your default audience. We have already added an additional contact as a subscriber a few minutes ago, so we will get the option to delete or create a new audience. To delete or create a new audience, go to the Audience dashboard and click on the View Audiences option under the Manage Audience drop-down. Next, select the audience you want to delete from this list. Then click this option. Next, using this button, you can create a new audience. However, the Create Audience button is not active for us because we cannot create more than one audience in our Mailchimp free account. Now let's see how we can get the Mailchimp API Key. To get the Mailchimp API Key, go to the Search tab. Type API and search. Next, click on this from the search results. Now here, if you don't see any API key, you can create a new one with this button. Now copy the complete key from here and go back to your WordPress dashboard. Now, hover over the Contact tab and click on the Contact Forms option. Next, click on this link to edit the same form where you want to add or integrate the Mailchimp audience. For the time being, let's integrate our Mailchimp audience with this footer Contact Form 7 subscription form. By the way, if you don't know how to use the Contact Form 7 plugin to create a subscription form or contact form, you can watch my Contact Form 7 playlist, which is linked in the description. Once you will install the Contact Form 7 extension for Mailchimp plugin, a new setting tab called Chimpmatic Lite will be added to your Contact Form 7 editor bar. Now, click on the Chimpmatic Lite tab. Next, paste the copied Mailchimp API key into this field. Then click on this button to connect and fetch your Mailchimp audience. Once your Mailchimp API is integrated with your Contact Form 7, then this drop-down will be populated with a list of all Mailchimp audiences. Now, select the audience of your choice from the drop-down list. Here in this drop-down, your Contact Form 7 email field will be selected by default. If not, then select the option with the Contact Form 7 email tag. Now here, we don't have any options because our subscription form lacks a name input field. Down here, you'll find audience tags, audience groups, and audience GDPR marketing preferences respectively. All of these settings will be available only in the Pro version of this plugin, which is why I'm not explaining them. Now, click on the Show Advanced Settings. Under the Advanced Settings, at the top, you will get the Custom Fields checkbox. If you check this checkbox, you will be able to send any custom fields to your Mailchimp audience, but before this, you need to add the same field in your Mailchimp Audience fields. For the time being, we don't need to send any custom fields, so we will leave it as is. If you check the double opt-in checkbox, then Mailchimp will send a final email to the potential subscriber's email address for the subscription confirmation. In addition, the potential subscriber must open the same email and click on the subscription confirmation link. If your potential subscriber does not click on the confirmation link, then he or she will not be added to your audience or mailing list, and you will lose this subscriber. That's why I strongly advise you to uncheck double opt-in and instead use the required acceptance. Required acceptance is nothing but a confirmation checkbox that appears before or below your form subscribe button. To enable required acceptance, you need to enter this tag in this field. Other remaining settings are not important, leave them as is. Finally, save the changes. Now, switch to the Form tab. Next, paste this tag wherever you want the required acceptance checkbox to appear. For the time being, I'm going to add this checkbox below the subscription form, so I have added the same tag just here. Next, switch to the additional settings, and paste this code into this field. Now, what if you don't want to add the required acceptance checkbox to your form? To remove the required acceptance checkbox, simply delete this code from here, and also delete the newly added tag from the Form tab. Now, switch to the Chimpmatic Lite tab. Then delete this tag from the required acceptance field. Finally, save the changes. For the time being, we are using the required acceptance check, so we'll keep the code and both tags in their respective locations. In the end, save the changes. Now that we have successfully integrated our Mailchimp audience with the Contact Form 7 subscription form. Folks, if you considered purchasing a pro version of the Elementor plugin, then please consider purchasing via my affiliate link given in the description. In this way, you will help me to keep running this channel without costing you any additional money. Now let's see how you can add the sender's name and email address when a visitor sent you a message using a contact form. To do so, open the same contact form in which you want to integrate the Mailchimp audience. Next, paste and connect the Mailchimp API. Now select the email and name field tag. In the contact form, I strongly advise you not to include the required acceptance checkbox. Finally, save the changes. Now let's check if our Contact Form 7 Mailchimp integration is working properly. Now here is our Mailchimp integrated contact form, and this is our Mailchimp integrated subscription form. Now we have successfully sent a message via our contact form and subscribed via our subscription form. Let's check if both emails are added to our audience. Now you can see, this is the email address and name from which we sent a message via our contact form. And this is also the email address that we have used to subscribe via our subscription form. Guys, I just want to let you know that it took me almost 20 hours to make this video for you, so please like and subscribe. It will only take you 2 seconds, and if you are facing any problems, please let me know in the comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.